Right, here's what happened. As you know, I got a controller, got into the simulator for FPV, and really enjoyed it. That was before Christmas. Didn't post any more videos after Christmas. Stuff got a bit mad, my head went a bit woo. But hey, here I am again. Anyway, that was really fun. My intention was to get the DJI FPV, as you know. I spoke to a bunch of people who already fly FPV, and they essentially, the consensus was that it flies like a potato. And well, I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing it's not good. But I got the bug, and so I decided to jump in and explore the world. And so what I did to start with was I bought a tiny little Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle, and this thing, it looks tiny, but it's a beast. It goes super fast. It's really good fun. It's easy to set up. I got it as a kit. I got goggles, I got a controller, I got the drone and some batteries with it. It comes in a nice case, and it is really tiny. It's really cute. I've taken it out flying a few times. The first time I tried to fly in my back garden, it just went mad and got caught in a thing, and I just didn't know what I was doing, so I got scared. I did a few flights out in the open in the park. That was really good fun. Crashed quite a few times. Obviously being really responsible and making sure that I wasn't flying near dogs and people and stuff like that, because these things, they've got pretty mad blades on them, so they would hurt. Anyway, so I was flying in the relatively open space of a rugby pitch. In fact, it was a huge thing. And on my second flight, this happened. What can you see that's wrong there? Well, I smashed my bottom plate up, and I had to, which way around does that go? Something like that. Anyway, I had to get a new one, get a new plate. Everyone in the community said, how the hell did you manage that? The Tiny Hawk 2 is indestructible. Who knows? Well, I do know what happened, but I can't explain it because it's quite weird. Anyway, so what I had to do was I had to buy a new base plate, and so I replaced it. And that was the first part of me fixing and building a drone. And then I've flown it a few more times. Here's some footage of me flying. It's really good fun. I got some goggles that can record DVR, which means you can record your flights without having a GoPro or anything like that on. Obviously, this thing is far too small for a GoPro. So that's cool. That's really fun. And then I went a bit more mad. I've now, let me put this down here. I've now decided that I'm going to actually build a proper 5-inch quad. I've got a list of all the parts. I've bought myself a soldering iron. I've bought myself some solder. I've bought myself a little hand thing. You'll see that in another video, and I'm going to try and show my whole journey of FPV and getting into it. So I've got this frame, so have a look at that. So as you can see, I've already started giving it a build. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. There's so many pieces that come with it. This is the arm for one of the motors. There's 4 of those. This is the bottom plate. This is the top plate. No, this is the middle plate, I think, and then this goes on top. That's where the battery sits. Yeah, look, there's so many different things going on here. I don't have all the components yet. I've just got the frame, so I'm just going to build that and see. So this is everything you get in the kit. Loads of stuff. Whoa! Loads of stuff, which is fine. That's all good. It's quite enjoyable. I've got this far. I've put 3 screws into the bottom plate. And yeah, the hobby is just really good. The community is amazing. There's this community on Facebook, which I'm part of, beginner to FPV. Super good. If you're going to get into it, jump in that group, and you can ask any question you want and they'll answer. It's fantastic. So yeah, this is where the flight controller and the speed controller goes, and everything builds out from there. So I'm going to work on that. I'll do a few little kind of check-ins with the build and see how it's going as and when I get stuff. Okay, building. It's going all right. Look, this is where I was at before. Got that far. This is literally like 40 minutes later. Same day, same messy hair. So yeah, look, we've got the frame here coming along nicely. This is the front of the drone. That's where the camera is going to go, and then it's going to sit. It's coming together. It's going to sit like that, something like that. No, that's not right. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, like the motors go on the ends here. That's going to all fit together. I'm building the frame just as practice, and then when the components come along, I'll kind of undo bits and then continue. So let's put these screws in and see how that goes. So the only thing I'm finding confusing is figuring out what screws go where. So that one's in. But luckily there's a nice thing about this YouTube malarkey. Again, a huge community out there with people, and there's a nice guide online of how to build this particular frame, which is good. And so that's going to go in there. Can you see what I'm doing? Yada yada yada. Tighten, tighten, tighten. There we go. So yeah, this is super exciting. So this is going to take God knows how long. Obviously the first time you do anything it takes longer. But apart from my wrist, which is not enjoying this, it's a fun process. It's cool. Getting dirty hands. Can you see that? Dirty hands. Wash your hands before you have your lunch, Steve. Says sensible me. Screw, screw, screw. To be honest, responsible Steve should say wash your hands before you have your lunch every day, which I do, so that's fine. But particularly now, so I don't want to eat carbon remnants. Has anyone ever eaten carbon? I've had carbon from a windsurf mast in my hand. That's not fun. So eating it, I can imagine, is probably not great either. One more to do, and then I'm going to have to stop because I don't know what to do next. So I'm going to have to stop and have a look and watch another video to find out what I need to do next from, what's it called? DJI FPV, I think is the name of the channel. DJI FPV. Look at that. Screw, screw, screw. Yeah. This hobby is not one if you've got like RSI or arthritis or something like that. Well, I mean, you should still do it, but just be warned. There's a lot of screwing. So there we go. Look, there's two bits. I'll move this out of the way. That's the camera stuff. This bit and this bit. I think it goes like that. There we go. Ka-ching! Progress. So there we go, we're building a drone. And yeah, as I'm building this, I'm gonna do some more flights on the Tiny Hawk, the tiny little thing, get my eye in, do my skills. One thing I've noticed is that it's very different to the sim. Very, very different actually. I expected it to be similar, but it's just, real life physics, proper physics. Super, yeah, it's really good fun, but it is very different. So all the cool stuff I was doing in the sim, I don't know whether it's nerves or whether it's just, it's just because it's so different that I'm not quite able to do those things yet. I think it's mainly nerves and confidence. I think more stick time, more time flying, it's going to be much better. So yeah, check in. I'm going to keep going on about my FPV journey because I think it's really good. It's exciting for me. It's something I'm feeling quite passionate about. So check in if you like this video. Obviously like and subscribe to my channel. I also put some of our client work up for Adventure Visuals. We're doing video strategy for outdoor adventure, sailing, windsurfing, trekking, activity centres and stuff like that. So if that's the sort of thing you're into, that's great. And if you run a business and you want to know more about how to use video effectively within your business, there's also a bunch of stuff coming up on the channel about that as well. So certainly give a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, cheers, cheers.